I'm Joe.
And I'm Brian.
And this is Bonus Level!
Not bonus level!
Yes, okay. So today we're going to discuss something that we
Very near and dear to our hearts.
Smash Bros. Kerfuffle, as it's currently named the next Smash Bros. Game.
Yep.
Yeah, Kerfuffle, that's what they call it.
I heard Scrumble.
Well,
It's kind of a dumb name. I heard Universe. Super Universe.
Well, you're freaking out on that.
Okay, so this is going to be a discussion of two
characters we think are perfect for Smash Bros.
Yeah, because obviously the next game is going to introduce some new characters, but we think we have a little bit of predictions or requests. And
these are mostly requests.
Yeah, for who we think that should be in the next game. And these aren't really based on like any statistics or what we think is going to be in the game. These are just more of who we want in the game. Is that right?
Yeah. And to be fair, not to be fair, but the rules are they have to be characters that have at least been exclusive on a Nintendo console.
At least once.
Yeah. At least once.
And who we want, not who we think. Like, it's obvious that like characters like Zoroark from Pokemon are going to be in it. And, you know, it's those type of stuff is obvious. But here are what we think, what we want. Let's start off.
Yep.
So, Brian, would you like to start with your first character?
For my first character, I choose the unlikely Bowser Jr. And why do I think he's perfect? Because he, unlike the other two characters, Mario and Bowser, he would be like both of them. He would use more speed and gadgets than, you know, using brute force, as he would use, as in Super Mario, the little tiny paintbrush thing. And his final smash, what I think that he would go into the really cool, translucent, dark blue Mario mode, where he'd be unstoppable and be spraying paint everywhere.
That's a good
Yeah, I actually think out my stuff.
Alright, Joe, what do you think?
I'm just gonna say this up front. Both of my character picks are a little out there. As you all know, I like Star Fox. So I was thinking, what character can we bring in from the series to make it more fresh and more dynamic? And to that answer, I have one. Crystal.
Not gonna lie, good idea.
Good idea.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Crystal, there's two incarnations. The one from Adventures and Assault. The one from Adventures is the one I'm talking about here, because in Assault, she's basically the exact same as everyone else, with the blaster and the
guns to shoot the people.
and the show, and the tanks and the show and all these. But in Adventures, she's more like a Legend of Zelda hero, if that makes any sense. And plus, I don't think there's any real character that uses a staff as a main weapon. I mean, we have swords, we have hammers, but I don't think anyone has a staff. Not to mention, the game has, even though in the Adventures you play as Fox most of the time, it is Crystal Staff, and it has a lot of powers. There's fireballs, a super jump ability.
Shield, yeah.
Yeah,
What would the final smash be?
She would call upon the pterodactyl.
For the final smash, the most obvious would be a landmaster, but I really hope they don't do that. In fact, I hope that they change the final smashes.
Maybe like a dinosaur.
I think that the final smash would be something, either a supercharged spell attack from the staff, or like akin to the Earthbound attacks,
Or maybe like a dinosaur.
yeah, or calling on a dinosaur. And the last reason why I think it should be in the game is because Star Fox Adventures was developed by Rare, and that way, and Crystal was originally a Rare character from Rare. So I think it would be nice to sort of carry on that legacy, even though they don't work for Nintendo, to have a Rare character in the game that's still Nintendo owns. But one thing, they better change the outfit, because the outfit was a little bit skimpy in the original. I think it's a little weird.
Blue
but
Fox ladies.
I know, I went on forever. I'm sorry. Dennis, you can go.
My first character, I'm going with Mega Man. Why? Because he is perfect. Now,
In every single way, he can beat anybody in any battle.
yes. Okay. Now,
But you know Capcom, they're gonna put in like 0 or something.
but
DuckTales.
woo!
I was in sync.
So Mega Man, he would work perfectly. You could have his primary special be the Mega Buster. You could have maybe like a down B special that he could like switch between different powers. Maybe he could have his metal blades, or maybe he could throw blocks, or you make up a shield or something. His special could be that he could combine with his dog Rush, and then he could turn into that super mode where he could shoot his fists around. And for those of you who are watching this right now, he can work because for those of you who play Super Smash Bros. 2 on the internet, he works perfectly. He works perfectly! Perfectly!
So now, second suggestion.
Time for round 2.
Round 2 for your character selections. Dennis, you can start off now.
Okay, sorry. My second suggestion, Ridley. Okay. People are complaining, he's too big for Smash. He is gonna be too powerful for Smash.
You can scale him down.
Bowser. He was bigger than Mario. In some games, he was even bigger than bigger than a building. They scaled him down, and then they gave him appropriate moves. Pikmin and Olimar. Olimar was a midget, and Pikmin are like little things.
The little Pikmin.
They got scaled up. Kirby and King Dedede. King Dedede was pretty big. He got scaled down a bit. Kirby was pretty small. They got scaled up. They could just scale Ridley down, and they could just have him use appropriate attacks. Like maybe he could scratch with his claws, or use like beams from his mouth.
And for his final smash,
His final smash
was Mecha Ridley.
Meta Ridley.
I hate you.
So that Meta Ridley, he get a bunch of boosts on his attacks. He can play similar like how he was in the boss fight in the Space Emissary, and he can also fight similar in Ridley form like how he was in like he gets his forward B could be like a dash attack that he could do. His B could be like a beam, and I think Ridley would be perfect for Brawl for the next Smash. And
Sure. Plus, real quick. Plus, if you look at the intro to Melee,
he's there.
He's in the intro to Melee, and he looks almost the same size as him. So yeah.
Alright.
Okay. So for my second pick, if you thought my pick for Crystal was out there, wait till you get a load of this.
That out there.
Well,
It
I mean,
was
no.
out there. Just say it.
Okay, so the second one isn't really any specific character. It's not even really a video game character, to be honest. What I'm looking for is a superhero. Any real, comic book character, a mainstream one. I don't care if it's Marvel or DC. I just think that it would fit perfectly. A few ones that come to mind are like Superman, and Iron Man, and Green Lantern.
But that does not apply to the rules.
Shut up, Dennis. He said he could do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Batman for the NES.
Oh, snap.
That cave.
Anyway, so I think that there's a lot of possibilities to go. Just give me a superhero because it would work really well, especially the ones that I mentioned earlier. And I know I said it was out there and I meant it. I know you may be thinking this is ridiculous, but believe me, I think that if they implemented it of some kind, if they had some deal going, it's unlikely. That's why it's not a prediction, it's a request. Okay? I'm sorry if I made anybody angry, but that's just what I want. I want a superhero.
Okay, now it's time for me.
One last...
My last... Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I'm saying one last character.
Ew.
This is the last one.
Now for my character, I chose a very unlikely one that, like Joe, people may start turning their heads at.
I agree,
Now the
yeah.
character that I choose, don't say who I chose. He's a very unlikely character, and he's the same character already in the game. And he is one of Nintendo's best franchises. I chose the Majora's Mask Link.
Interesting.
Now, why? Because it's so obvious. 3 masks, up, left, and normal. He would be able to use the mask, he would go into the Zora Link, and then you would throw the sword arm things. You would go into Goron Link, and you'll charge. You'll go into stupid little Deku Link, and do his little dance. Oh, but what about his down B? Oh, he would just use his normal shield. And finally, for his smash,
The Fierce Deity!
Yeah, that'd actually be really cool.
You go epic Link on this mask and kill everything with his awesome beam sword, which is 2 things. It doesn't even make any sense. Why does it have 2 separate blades that go together?
Or you could bring the moon down on the entire stage.
Well, you could call him your Skull Kid and have him do it.
Yeah.
That could work.
See, we're presenting ideas for you, Nintendo. Take them.
And if you don't take these games, I swear to God, we're gonna buy the next Smash Bros. Anyway,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really matter. So,
But it'll make us a lot more happy.
Nintendo, if you're watching this,
thank you for watching our videos.
These 6 characters and ones you should have in the next game because
Tell Capcom, beg to Capcom. We want Mega Man.
Big to DC.
Get Ridley! We need another Samus representative, please! Okay, well, I'm Dennis.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Brian.
And this has been
Bonus
Oh,
level.
bonus.